Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 749. Still the 3-year anniversary, part 8. Oh, my God. It's going to be over soon. I don't have to say that long speech. I'm your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
All right. So like I was stewing out a little bit before because I didn't have my coffee, drinking my legendary Godzilla coffee here. We just got in the box office numbers for Friday. Now, I do want to talk about a whole bunch of movies, not just single out one, but I'm going to screen share this with you here. Hold on. I think Google's going to cooperate today. Let's see. All right. So, as you know, this is the topic big with me, Ghostbusters. Again, it still has not made back its budget, okay? We have in already, for summary, 135,444,824. Now, Chris, that basically didn't make its budget back.
No, it didn't.
No, not at all. Not only did not make its budget back, but it did not make what people are claiming $100 marketing, $100 million marketing on top of the 144. Okay, and Paul Feig had said that he estimated that it needed to do $500 million, which I argue with that because he's the director or the writer or whatever. He's not really the box office person or the company to say that. So I don't think it needs to make $500 million. But this is where we're at right now. This is only for Friday. Now, I do want to say that you have to keep in mind, too, that Ghostbusters is not released everywhere yet. We don't have the figures in for July 20. Well, basically, we don't have the figures in for July 27th from Sweden, the Czech Republic, Georgia, Greece, Croatia, Hungary, Italy, Cambodia, all these places.
Well, didn't that just say as of the 29th, though? On the other page?
Hold on. We don't have them for them. This is just the only thing that moved up.
Okay. Yeah,
we only have the domestic. So my point is that when you factor all these places, which we do get the box office late from foreign sales, like I guess a week late or maybe 5 days late. So basically all the places up to Vietnam, that's July 29th, right? That's basically done. We don't know what the figures are. Then we got Germany. The last date is France, the 24th, all right? But I would say we would get an accurate number probably by next Thursday or Friday of what the hell it's done in the foreign markets. Now, this could jump significantly from the measly 36 million that it has to 136 or even 236. If we use the box office by Pacific Rim and all these other movies, they make a lot of money overseas. Some of them, some of them not even good one movies.
We can't say the same thing because this is not getting released in China.
Right. But it is released all those other places, though.
Right, but China is the bulk of that right now. That's
right.
This movie is. I mean, I didn't think of it before, but I guess I was wrong. I mean, I didn't think that not having China would be much of a big deal for this because I even though I don't like this, I thought it was going to do a lot better than it is.
Right.
But I think not having that China release is really going to hurt it.
Right.
Foreignly, I have to say I'm surprised it hasn't made it from these numbers we're seeing right here, right now. I'm surprised it hasn't made its budget back yet. I really am. I'm surprised.
Well, I got to tell you, I was completely wrong because I had predicted that it was going to be last Tuesday or whatever, or even before that it was going to make its budget back. And yes, people have called me out on it. And yes, guys, I don't get everything right when I make a guess. But here's the thing, right? We don't have Saturday's numbers. We don't have Sunday's numbers. Now, if you judge this, right, and you look from week to week, right, it's basically like half or a little less than half from the previous week, right? Today, it could generate $4 million in domestically, okay? Because last week was $8,568,000. It could generate $4 million or it could generate $3,500,000. And then we have Sunday's number, which could generate another 3 or 2. Okay, so odds are we are going to get it to make back its budget within the next couple of days, maybe by Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. If it does 2 million a day or something like that, or you know what I'm saying? I mean, we're basically about 9-10 million away to match this. Now, of course, it can't stop there. It has to make another 100 million to make back the marketing, and then after that, it's safe to say that it's profitable, right? Because that's what I heard. So it's basically, it's got to make more than 100 million. Now, again, these numbers can jump. I doubt that all those places added up together will add up to $1 million, for a week's worth of stuff. I'm pretty sure that we're going to have a jump of either 40 million or 90 million within the next week from foreign markets, I think. Because it's not, I know China's a huge deal, but it's not just China. Like if we look at the numbers, like if we went to, let's see, Pacific Rim or something. Let's just use that, Should we do that, or should we determine it?
I mean, it's not just China, I agree, but China is the market, though. That is the foreign market that everybody hopes to get, something huge
out. So let's look at Pacific Rim. Now, $309 million, okay? Let's see what the foreign markets have, okay? We have here that...
Look at China there, right there.
Well, China is 111 million. I agree. But I want to go from the bottom up, okay? Venezuela, United Kingdom, let's just look at the big ones. South Korea, Russia, $20 million.
Well, Russia had a big part in the movie, though.
Right. But I'm just saying, that's with that thing. But I'm just saying that these places are not going to be thousands of dollars. They're possibly going to be $1 million, or maybe, I mean, look, at 14 million from Japan,
It's getting a limited release in Japan.
Yeah. But again, I can't see that it doesn't make any money.
Oh, it's gonna make money. I don't think it's gonna be as much as they're hoping, though, to tell you the truth. I think it'll make back its budget and more. But I got to tell you, I don't think that this movie, despite what they say with, we're gonna make sequels forever, I don't think that this movie performed the way they wanted it to.
Yeah. And the way I feel about it, I feel that just like when you have a Spider-Man movie, right? And you have to show the origin, you have to do all that stuff to get it going, and then the second one sometimes is better than the first. Same thing with Star Wars, Empire. A lot of people like Empire better than the original Star Wars, right? Or Aliens rather than Alien, and Superman 2 rather than Superman. I think once that the ball is rolling and you got the characters established, I think that the second movie would be a better movie. I mean, that's what I really believe. Again, I really feel that this here, let's just say it makes back its budget, right? By Monday, right? When we get the foreign markets in, I think it's going to have the 100 million back. And then after that, it's not going to survive that much longer because, like you said, Suicide Squad comes, it's done.
Suicide Squad comes out in like a week. That's
yeah. So it basically has till Thursday to make money. But then again, we still have the other foreign markets some stuff is releasing like August 24th. So like I said, we won't have an accurate number for Ghostbusters until at least September because it's still going to be making money. But I really feel that it's going to, one, make back its budget, which obviously it's going to. It's 135 already. Two, which is up in the air, but I do think it will make back its $100 million marketing. But will it make more than that? That's stretching it. I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. Now, that's not just the only topic. We are also talking about Star Trek, which I'm a little concerned about because I did enjoy the last movie. And right now, it still didn't make its budget back. And that's bad because, again, we're going into second week. And, as the weeks progress, it goes down further. Jason Bourne is out and all these other movies are coming out. And the odds are, I mean, foreignly, it didn't do really anything like Into Darkness did. What do you think about that?
I gotta say, I went to see this. Obviously, I'm not a big Star Trek fan. I liked this though. I thought it was a good movie in general. It wasn't like anything crazy, but like I thought it was good. But to tell you the truth, I think that you know, this, I mean, this is getting released in China, so I think this has a better chance than Ghostbusters to make back its budget and do a lot.
Yeah.
However,
the previous.
yeah. However, I don't know if it's going to do the numbers that this did.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, the Into Darkness. I mean, I don't know if it's going to do the numbers that Into Darkness did. But then again, it's only been out 8 days, so.
Right. But again, it's not the feature anymore. Now it's Jason Bourne, and then next week will be Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Bourne is right now has been my favorite movie of the summer, other than Civil War.
Right. I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to say foreign market 150 million. We'll see by next Friday.
Yeah.
Additional,
so.
Which will mean it will be 190. So then it would be considered, which they already greenlit the sequel, so it would be good. Yeah.
When does it come out in China, Star Trek Beyond? Or is it out already?
That's a good question.
I don't think it's out yet.
Let me see. Wait, Star Trek release. Let me just look at it this way. Hold on a second. All right, let me get out of screen share first, and while you talk, let me try to get this.
Yeah, because I mean, I gotta say, you know, I liked Star Trek Beyond, even though I'm not a huge Star Trek fan. I was able to follow it. I thought it was, you know, it to me, I haven't seen a bad Star Trek from these yet. I know that people were very upset with, you know, the Wrath of Khan reveal in Into Darkness, but it didn't really bother me that much because, you know, I really don't like Star Trek that much. So I was like, okay, you know, whatever. But I can understand why people were pissed, though. I really understand why people were pissed. But you know, I thought this was okay. It's not my top 5 of movies that I've seen so far. But I haven't really seen a lot of movies this year, to tell you the truth.
Okay, so I'm looking this up now. And for the person that called me Google Boy, if that's what they called me, F you. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so here we go. Let's see. So Star Trek Beyond, this is kind of a hodgepodge, but China, when does it come out in China? I don't know. Okay. Not really sure. Let's see. Here we go. That's it. All right. So it's going to be released in China. When? Are they the last to get it? Oh my God. September.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
crazy. That is nuts. Let me just screen share this.
If somebody in the comments section, can you tell us why that is, if you know? Because I don't know. I've never understood that. I don't understand that, I should say.
Okay, so I guess it's released all the other places first. If you could see this. Then 28th, August 11th, more places. And then, yeah, that sucks, actually.
Well, I mean, it might get a huge amount.
Japan is in October 21st. What the F is that?
Wow.
I don't even know about that. Well,
maybe it'll get a huge amount from that.
Yeah, I do apologize, guys. Unfortunately, we won't have an accurate number for Star Trek until October by Halloween.
I'll tell you what, though, that's not good news for Ghostbusters if the last place they're coming out is in September.
August 24th, France.
Oh, France, yeah, but that's close to September, though. But this is like what, September, the end of September. So like, holy moly! Well, I didn't know that.
Star Trek is like close to Halloween. I mean, but they'll release it, the final place in the 21st, but then we won't get the numbers for a week later. So that's I don't like that. Wow. It's weird. All right. But there's other movies to talk about too. Let me just get the go on main screen and see here. Jason Bourne, you saw. And Jason Bourne already has in 45,510,000 from just 2 days, I guess. Which actually, Thursday's not a full day. So Thursday's like one showing or two showings.
Right.
So the budget's only 120 million. So odds are that if it made that just on Friday, it will probably have close to 55 million in maybe domestically, and it will probably be like a 60, 70 million dollar thing, and then it will make money during the week. So that's a success, and there are already talks of the next one. I saw on Dark Horizons. They're talking about it. So
I want to see Bourne and the guy, I think Aaron Cross was his name, from Legacy. I want to see those guys meet up and do something. That would be pretty cool.
Again, I as I stated before, I've never seen a Jason Bourne movie, which, you know, Sharon really wants to see this movie, so I have to get caught up before we can see this. But they're not even available on Netflix. I got to see. Probably got to get it somewhere.
They're probably cheap in the store. You can probably get them on DVD or Blu-ray.
Yeah. She wanted to see Bad Moms. That movie only had a budget of 20 million, and it made just about 10 million already in a day, which that's interesting. And then we have Secret Life of Pets, which is still making money, and it's already at $346 million.
Wow.
A little over that worldwide. People love animation, I gotta say. You know, that's really making money lately. And even the Ice Age that you and I were talking about, that just has to be the last one we were saying, or should be, but it probably won't. It made back the budget already. And it made back the probably if there was $100 million in marketing, it made that back too. So technically, it's 17 million, 18 million profitable and still making money. So it's not 800 million like it usually makes, but it's still profitable. So I don't know if that will cause them to not make any more movies or if they'll make another one. But
I think it's time to retire that franchise and move to something. I mean, they won't if it's making money. But I think maybe it's time to retire it and maybe move on to something new.
Yeah, I think so too. Lights Out already got greenlit for a sequel, and it's 4,900,000 budget, and it made 44,107,000. Yeah, so that horror movies are massively profitable.
That might be what we were talking about. Like that might be the next movie that gets a whole bunch of sequels, like The Purge and Saw and whatnot.
Yes,
Paranormal Activity.
I do see Lights Out getting like at least 2 more. We also got Nerve, which was I think James Franco's brother, and then the other one, Emma Roberts, which she's Eric Roberts' daughter, I believe.
James Franco is making a movie with Bryan Cranston called Why Him? They had the trailer before Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
You got to see the ridiculous amount of stuff Bryan Cranston has to deal with in this trailer.
Oh my God. Yeah, they don't say what the budget is for Nerve, so you can't even say if it's a success or not because we don't know how much it costs to make. And then what other movies are on? Okay, so we have Finding Dory, which they didn't tell you what the budget was, but it made 788 million.
Yeah,
a little over that. So that's a success. That's done already.
I think we all knew it was going to do that.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be. Didn't even matter if there was plot or not. I mean, kids love that. So, and I think that's pretty much it. Now, this week, the questions are going to be, what is Suicide Squad going to do? And not just Suicide Squad, but we have. Well, actually, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else really competition.
It's on the 5th, technically the 4th, if you're gonna.
Yeah, and some other movie called 9 Lives comes out. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I honestly think that's going to be a monster at the box office.
What, Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like 100 something million, 200, 120 million, like boom. In foreign markets, I have no idea, but that's ridiculous. That's going to be a sequel. I think they already greenlit a sequel, right?
I think they're doing a sequel and Harley Quinn solo movie too. I think they're ready to do that.
Yeah, that's another thing we were talking about the other day. They want to, but it's not greenlit.
Yeah, yeah.
So same thing like Spider-Man: Homecoming. They want to, but it's not greenlit. And I say that this has to be a result of Batman vs Superman. That companies are not going to go right away and say, "Oh yeah, Spider-Man: Homecoming 2, Spider-Man: Homecoming 3." You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, good. It shouldn't be like that. You know that they're sequel. You know, wait and see if
you're comfortable
first.
Look at Transformers. Like, oh yeah, going to be Transformers 7, 8. It's like whoa, like ahead of time.
They can do that because of look at how much money that this has brought in. I mean, when you can come out there and say, "Hey, our movie in 2014 was the highest-grossing movie. It wasn't Marvel. It wasn't DC. It was us." Then I can understand why. I can understand why they want to do that.
And basically, like you said, he may say, "Hey, I want to know the Turtles."
Yeah.
And they could say no, and then they'd be like, "All right, well, I guess peace out then," because I'm not doing any more Turtles. And they're like, "Oh,
As much as people hate Michael Bay, he does what you're supposed to do. He brings in the money."
Yeah. And again, same thing with J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams doing Star Wars, whatever. He wants to do stuff. They're like, okay, Cloverfield 2, okay. Cloverfield 5, okay. Phantasm, you want to do a big budget Phantasm because you're remastering because you're a fan. Don't be too surprised if I know that he is remastering the original because he's a fan. He's helping them out. And he's also doing something with the new one. They're going to have a release date of the new Phantasm, finally. Don't be too surprised if you see J.J. Abrams doing a big budget Phantasm movie. I'm just saying. Because, one hand washes the other. He's doing them a favor and trying to, because he loves it, they're going to let him do a movie. Because for so many years and decades, they tried to get out a movie and they had no money and they had all this. But he brings stuff to the table. So I'm telling you, I fully expect a rebooted Phantasm 2019. Easy. So we'll see about that. And he's doing Twilight Zone, supposedly. He's doing, another God Particle, which we don't even know what the hell that is, right?
Yeah, that may or may not be connected to Cloverfield, which would be the next, I guess, in the anthology.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know if that's even... It might be something totally separate, so...
And despite just having the title of producer for Star Trek, he's basically doing it for Star Trek, because he basically said, "Oh my God, the script is phenomenal, the idea is phenomenal for Star Trek 4, and everybody's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And he's like, "Oh my God," and he's talking and Chris Pine's like, "Yeah, he loves it, but he's saying so excited, I don't even know what it is, but let's go." It's like he knows, so he's telling the writer, "Hey, do this," and the writer's like, "Okay, mirror, mirror," or whatever, So he's a big part of Star Trek stuff. He wants to do a Knights of Ren, right?
He said he wants there to be one of the anthology films. He wants it to be about the Knights of Ren, which I'm all for. I want it to happen.
That's going to happen.
It is, yeah.
Because he let me tell you something. They were like, "Well, yeah, you did make a very successful Star Wars movie, so okay." They're just not saying it now, but it will be. So it's kind of like a prequel to Force Awakens time, right?
Yeah, just we have to see what happens in Episode 8, because I'm hearing the Knights of Ren might show up in Episode 8. But I don't know. I mean, I think we're definitely going to get a novel, if anything, about the Knights of Ren. Right. I'd love to see Timothy Zahn write that now that he's there. But did he
do the new book?
He is writing the new Thrawn book, yeah.
God, I gotta get that.
It comes out next year, yeah.
His novels, 3 novels that I read. I don't know if he did any after that, but that was like one of the greatest, Star Wars stuff outside of the universe. From, I guess they call it Expand the Universe or whatever.
Now it's Legends, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was phenomenal for me. So, and I got other stuff books too, and I didn't really crazy about, but I was.
I can't wait to see what the ratings for Rebels are when he shows up in season 3. I can't wait to see what happens with that.
Odds are they're not ending that anytime soon, right?
Well, they might actually, because I think they're only going to do a couple, like another season or 2, because the rumor right now is that they're trying to do a cartoon between 6 and 7. So, who knows? And
Okay.
Thrawn could be the villain in that too.
Are they gonna have Harrison Ford and?
No, I don't. Probably not. But the characters like Luke, Leia, Han, Chewie, they might be in it.
Right.
Mark Hamill will probably do Luke's voice, to be honest. But I don't know. Who knows?
That would be pretty cool if they could. Wow. I'll look forward to that. I got to get to Rebels.
I think they'll do it.
All right. We had other news. Briefly, the Infinity War stuff. So why don't you talk about that?
Yeah, this was released a couple hours ago, I think, or it might have been yesterday, but I didn't see it till a couple hours ago. I think it was released a couple hours ago, though. They've retitled. Well, first they said Infinity War is not going to be 2 movies, and they titled the first movie of the next Avengers Infinity War. What was going to be the second part is now an untitled movie, Untitled Avengers movie.
Now, you and I were talking off air, and I was saying, with all this talk about them possibly having a deal with Fox, which I got to say, I'm very excited about, not just for the cinematic universe, because I'm going to tell you this. The moment a deal is in place, I'm pretty sure that, and I'm more for the comics than anything than the movies, because that's the well that you draw from. So if that whole thing is pieced out and they're happy with each other, you'll see the Fantastic Four return to the comics. You'll see the X-Men return to their glory in the comics. And this whole thing about Inhumans garbage probably will end, hopefully, because they're not really, I don't know why they're making it as bigger than the X-Men. So I have to have this happen in my life. I have to see their peace between 20th Century Fox and Marvel. And then more than likely, A versus X, Avengers versus X-Men for Avengers 4. I knew they were always going to do this. And I always said that Hugh Jackman's final movie as Wolverine is not going to be Wolverine 3. It's going to be Avengers versus X-Men. And he even said it himself.
I think it's possible. I think that it's possible that that's what happens. But I don't know. We got to wait and see.
Yeah. We also got Legendary Godzilla 2 there. That I don't even know what the hell that's going to be. But hopefully that's good. You think it's going to be good?
You're still hoping Matt Reeves directs that movie.
When are they going to start?
I'm assuming they're going to probably have like a teaser, not trailer, but like, hey, this is still happening at next year's Comic-Con. And then 2018 we'll see something big.
All right. That's time. I just don't want them to screw up King Kong versus Godzilla 2 or whatever they're going to call it. Kong versus Godzilla, or
Godzilla
I guess that's
versus Kong.
Godzilla versus Kong they're going to call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is right now, anyway.
And we're also hearing that Black Widow may be appearing in Spider-Man:
Yeah.
So that would be cool, because maybe it would maybe she'll have interaction with Marissa Tomei or something. Like maybe something happens where she has to protect him while he's in a civilian identity.
Could be.
Something that finds out, and then that could lead into her just doing her own solo movie, maybe hopefully by Joss Whedon, which he wants to. That would be great. All right. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah. What did you think about the female Rocketeer or Rocketeers thing we were talking about the other day?
To tell you the truth, I've actually never seen the first one.
What a great movie.
I
was so upset. I went to see that with my dad when I was a kid. So upset that never got a sequel.
Yeah.
It's like one of those few movies that should have a sequel, never got a sequel. But I kind of feel that they're taking the idea of the female 15-year-old African-American Iron Man from the comics, and being that it's also Disney, they're trying to test it. But actually it'll be after that. Wouldn't it be after Avengers? Because isn't the next Avengers the female Iron Man? Or is that not really set yet?
No, I don't think so.
She's not going to be, right?
I don't think
really
she's
don't
going
want
to
to
be in
see
the next
that.
Iron Man. I'll tell you what, though. She might be in the Untitled one if they're doing it in the movie.
Yeah, I don't really want to see that. But all right. First of all, wouldn't she have to be called Iron Woman?
Well, I'm sure that they would call her something.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd call her Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like they don't call like there's rescue. So I don't they might give her a name like that.
See, my thing about Thor is that that's his real name, Thor.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So like his ex-girlfriend shouldn't have been called Thor. Sorry, because everybody else that had the hammer had their own name. Better Ray Bill,
yeah.
All of them. Nobody had the name of Thor. They could have the powers of Thor, but they can't have the name Thor. And that's the one thing I was totally against. Because that's why you're so special, that you get to be called your boyfriend's name. That's kind of weird. So now you can't call him Thor, you got to call him Thor, what do they call him?
Odin's son?
Thor Odin's son, which is like stupid because his father's Odin, but we know he's Odin's son. That's like no prize. Like
I mean, anyway. Marvel's gonna do these things. They're gonna do them to try and get readers in, and maybe it'll work. Who knows?
Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll not. I hope this whole thing with the comics with the Inhumans having massive say in the Marvel universe ends because of their nonsense. The Hulk is dead, and everybody knows it already. The Hulk got killed in the original Hulk in Civil War II. So wouldn't it be funny that the vision that they saw was that the Hulk, they didn't see the vision that the Hulk had to stop the threat that kills everybody, which I think is going to happen. So
I hope the next Hulk is like a punk rocker or something, and he has like a mohawk and like a biker jacket and stuff.
And he's Korean.
Yeah. Well, no,
totally
he
awesome
can be whatever. I just hope that they go crazy. Like, if they're gonna go nuts, I hope they go like I hope this Hulk can like spawn little Hulks and stuff. And
it's gonna be like Johnny Bravo Hulk with the shades, like dude, like
They'll call him Hulk Dude or something.
Hulk Dude. Well, they already do that with Totally Awesome Hulk. Dude, and he's I'm like, all right, yeah.
Maybe he'll be English. He'll be really polite Hulk.
Look at that. I can't believe they're using the new Ghost Rider that I hate. Robert Reyes.
Yeah.
He drives the car. They're going to make him drive the motorcycle or they're going to drive him the car?
No, they revealed his car at Comic-Con.
Oh,
there was a big thing where they're like, here's his car. And I was like, oh, boy.
His comic was selling horribly. I mean, they're trying to make a success out of him really badly, but I guess now is Netflix a separate universe than Shield, or is it?
Well, I don't understand why they chose to make him show up in like Agents of Shield. Like, isn't that really out of left field? To me, it is.
And I mean, people were like, because Joss Whedon had made it sound like it was a pocket universe or a parallel universe, and stuff is happening the same but differences. So Shield is kind of not connected to the Marvel universe. So that would mean that Netflix has nothing to do with S.H.I.E.L.D. And Netflix, because I thought they were going to bring Ghost Rider into Netflix, like if the Defenders were fighting somebody, and then the Spirit of Vengeance, which would be either Johnny Blaze, probably Danny Ketch, where they were probably going to use, would be a Netflix show and start a whole spiritual thing.
Could you imagine? This probably isn't going to happen, but could you imagine if Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is an Inhuman?
Oh, God.
I would be so happy. I would laugh. I'd be like, oh, my gosh.
I still can't believe the line that they had in the Marvel comic where the guy's like, somebody call, the Avengers. Somebody call Spider-Man. Somebody call the Inhumans. And it's like, what the f*** are the Inhumans? Like the writer literally put it in. Like, he named every major team. But he totally left out Fantastic Four. I think he totally left out X-Men like they don't exist. They don't know who the humans are. Like, that's ridiculous. They're trying to push them so bad that nobody gives a shit. And that's why there was a dull reaction. Like, oh, yeah, the Inhumans going to have a movie. It's going to be the final one of the phase. Nobody cares. It's not like that. It's that's something you would have seen on Freeform.
Yeah.
Like, or TV, that would have been them on S.H.I.E.L.D., which they are on S.H.I.E.L.D., the Inhumans. So, there you have it. I mean, what are you going to do? Black Bolt can't talk. And Medusa has long hair, so you make a whole race of Inhumans because you can't do anything with them? There was only like a handful of Inhumans. Now there's going to be like millions or thousands or whatever. That's crazy. All right. On that note, Chris, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Hopefully we'll see you sometime this weekend. Take care. Bye for now.